In this video, we're going to be combining radical expressions. So I've got the expression cube root of negative 16x to the fourth plus 5x and then times the cube root of 2x. All right, so first thing I want to do is I want to simplify. And then if I simplify and I see that these two creatures have the same DNA, then I can combine them. So let's see if we can simplify here. Now, negative inside, wait a second, can we even do this, right? Cube root, an odd index, means that I can pull that negative straight out. And so I have the cube root of 16x to the fourth plus 5x cube root 2x, okay? Now, does 16 factor? So 16 breaks down to 4 times 4, and then 2, 2, 2, and 2, okay? And then x factors, and there's 4 x's. Okay, so really this is like 2 to the fourth, okay? So what do I have? I've got negative, and I have cube root 2 to the fourth, x to the fourth, plus 5x cube root 2x. All right, so to get out of this house, what do I have to have? I've got to have 3 copies of itself. So I take how many there are, 4, and then I divide by 3, and I get 1 group with a remainder of 1 left over. So 1 group of 2 comes out of the house, and 1, 2 stays in the house. Same thing here with x to the fourth. If I have x, 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 1 group of x comes out of the house, and then 1 x stays in the house, okay? So what does that get me? That gets me minus 2x cube root 2x, and then plus 5x cube root 2x. Now the question is, can we combine these together? Right? Can we combine the radical expression? So I'm adding instead of multiplying here. So in order for that to be able to be combined, I have to have the same DNA makeup. And when I look at this, I have an x, and I've got an x there. And then I have a cube root of 2x, and I have a cube root of 2x here. So yes, this has the same DNA as this. Now I've got 5 of them over here, and I've got negative 2 of them over here. So total, how many do I have? I have 3 of them. I have 3 of what? 3 of x cube root 2x. That's my answer right there, okay? So just like when you collect like terms, you have 3x plus 2y minus x plus 4y. I collect all the things with the same DNA. That's 3x minus x. And then what do we have? Plus 2y plus 4y, right? So these both have an x, so I combine those. 3 minus 1 is 2x. And then 2y and 4y is 6y. But yet I can't combine these two because they are different DNA. One has an x variable, other has a y variable. Okay, so that ends up being your final answer, 2x plus 6y. So same idea here. All right, let's do another one. Square root 27x y squared minus 4 square root 3x y squared. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify. So I'll look at the number 27. Can I do anything with that? 27 breaks down to 3 times 9, and then the 3 is prime, but then this 9 breaks down to 3 times 3. So what does this become? It becomes, well, 3 times 3 times 3 is 3 cubed, and then I have x, and then I have y squared, okay? Now here I've got 1, 3 inside, but I've got a square root x, and then y squared and my square root there, okay? So what can I do? All right, so this is a cube, 3 cubed, but it's understood that that's a 2 there when you're doing a square root. So how many groups of 3 can come out. One group comes out. Like if I do 3 divided by 2, I get 1, remainder 1, right? So one group of 3 comes out. One group of 3 stays in the house. Now with the x, you know, it doesn't go into it, so there's just, x doesn't have a buddy that it can leave the house, so it's stuck. But what about this y squared? Y squared, 2 divided by 2 gives me 1 with a remainder of 0. So none are left in the house, but one of the y's comes out. Okay? Same thing over here. Okay, I have -4. Now on the outside, do I have anything on the outside? Well, the 3 doesn't have a buddy to come out, so it's stuck in the house. X, same thing. We're stuck inside the radical. But this y squared, there's 2 y's, so I can get one group that comes out and no groups that stay inside, right? So what am I left with? Am I left with something with the same DNA? 3y square root 3x minus 4y square root 3x. The DNA here, the variable part is y square root 3x. Over here, it's y square root 3x. So what does that mean? I've got 3 of them here and -4 of them there. So that's -1 total of y square root 3x. So that gets me negative y square root 3x for my final answer. Okay?